Welcome back to the Rehab at Work postgame report. Will Coleman along with Michael Putt, and we've got a happy head coach in between us, John Williams. That smile says it all, Coach. 30-0 over Mississippi Delta. So many positives. Where do you want to start?
Wow, you can look anywhere, but I tell you, whenever you look on the scoreboard and you see a 0 for the other team, I think you got to give heavy props to the defense. This is my 5th year here, and I'm probably going to go out on a limb and say that's the best defensive performance I've seen since I've been here as a coach. So I think it just says a lot about our staff and the way they got our players to bounce back from the last 4 weeks. And so proud of our players, proud for our coaches too, and heck, I'm even happy for the coaches' wives because they've had a tough go the last 4 weeks. So it's good. It's good for our kids to experience some success. But finally tonight, it just looked like they had fun playing.
Yeah, Coach, there's so many stars tonight. But one thing, in the pregame show we were talking, and Will was saying how Rashard Pargo has practiced so well this week. And then he comes out there and makes plays like that. Can you talk a little bit about practicing hard, playing well during the week, and then culminating to this type of performance he had today?
There's two guys that really stand out in my mind in terms of practice and who practice well, and that was Keon McGoy and Rashard Pargo. Both of those guys had great nights tonight, and I think there is a direct correlation between, practicing well and playing well. So, that practice is to build confidence, and I think this week we did build some confidence. And but more than anything, I really think our kids just had fun. As a coaching staff, we changed it up a little bit this week, and I'm a firm believer in, if you want a different result, you got to take different measures, and we did that this week, and we kind of loosened practice up a little bit and did some things a little bit different, and a lot of things. Coach Cannon was up in the box tonight. I think that helped. I think it contributed to our defense and their performance, just because he was able to see everything so clear.
You talked about Keon McGoy, 12 carries, 93 yards. Pargo had a huge first half, had 2 touchdown passes in the second quarter alone. He finishes with 5 catches for 83 yards. But as you mentioned, everybody had fun. And in fact, we gave the players of the game was that defensive front. The defensive front played lights out.
Yeah, they did. They played really well, and we finally got a couple of guys healthy along the front there. Cameron Wiggins came in tonight and was able to play some snaps. He had been banged up and hadn't been playing, and but we lost a good one tonight too. We lost Fred Ward, and Fred was having a great game, and don't know the severity of his injury just yet, but we're hoping and praying that we'll get some good news later on tonight.
Yeah, a lot of injuries this year, and they continue to mount.
Yeah, they do.
And what about, Coach? We were really glad to see Darren Daniels score on that last touchdown. Darren played quarterback, comes in. We've been banged up at receiver, so you can tell sometimes we weren't always on the same page with it. He comes in tonight. He's not starting at quarterback. Plays wide receiver, makes 3 catches, I believe, there in the first half. Scores a touchdown there. It's great to see him still coming in and saying, "Coach, what can I do to help this team?"
It's no secret we struggled the first few games at that position, and in our program we talk a lot about character, and I think probably the biggest statement that Darren could have ever made about his character is when he came to us as coaches and said, "I think I can be more effective as a receiver. I think I can help the team more at receiver." Of course, it was something that we're already thinking about. But in today's day and age with these kids, not too many of them are unselfish like that. So I think that speaks volumes for his character. But he's a great kid. I love him. And tonight he contributed greatly to this win, not just in his play and what he did, but he was a constant motivator for Camden on the sideline and in the huddle. So he's just a great team player.
No question about that. Well, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's go get Cahoma next week.
All right. Thank you.
And our next broadcast will be next Saturday against Cahoma. It'll be a 1:40 airtime. Of course, you can listen to all the games right here on the college website at iccms.edu. That does it for Michael Putt, John Williams. I'm Will Coleman. That's been their Rehab at Work postgame report. ICC wins homecoming 30-0 over Mississippi Delta.